Yes?
Bob Limberg from Innotech is here to see you.
Innotech? What's he want?
I'm not sure, sir, but he's on his way to see you right now.
Alright, send him in.
Hello, Jeremy. What's happening?
Mr. Limberg, what can I do for you?
I understand that you and TrainUp are going to the 2013 Innotech conference in Irving, Texas. Is that right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. And what are you going to be showcasing there?
Well, we're going to be discussing developing your teams in the face of emerging technology. Let's say your team's working in the latest version of .NET or Office 365 and there's no formal training, but they need to develop and learn more. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about. There's a lot of ways to develop your teams and grow your teams and encourage them to share knowledge and really train each other.
Yeah.
Even when there's no formal training available.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to come to Innotech and speak with us about that. I think this would be very useful, and I need as many of the attendees to hear this as possible. So, if you could write out that speech and presentation and get that over to me in the next 10 minutes, that'd be great. Okay?
10 minutes? I'm going to need a little bit more time than that. The conference isn't until April 4th.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave my fax number and email here with your folks, and just have them get it over to me as soon as possible, okay? Oh, and if you decide to fax, would you be sure to properly put a cover sheet on that? That'd be great.
TrainUp CEO Jeremy Tillman will be speaking at the Innotech conference in Irving, Texas on April 4th. Join him at 3:30 p.m. in room 2 and get introduced to a new knowledge sharing method that allows you to access and determine the best internal and external knowledge. So if you're attending the 2013 Innotech conference in Irving, Texas, be sure to check it out.
That'd be great.
Thursday, April 4th at 3:30 p.m. in room 2. Also, be sure to visit trainup.com at booth 212.
That's my stapler.
Been looking for one of these. This will be great.
We're going to talk about how you develop your teams even when formal training isn't available. And how does your team share knowledge back and forth? Let's do that again.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to come to Innotech and speak with us about that. I think this would be very useful, and I need as many of the attendees to... Crap.
But there's no formal training available quite yet. Well, we're going to be talking about how to develop that team. Let's do it again.
I think I'm going to be rocking these glasses on a regular basis. You know, it's so funny because when I got them and I put them on, my dad, God rest his soul, I remember when he had glasses like this, you know, like in the 70s. And he had like really long sideburns and stuff. He was like George Hamilton.
Well, how do we develop our teams when there's no formal training available? And furthermore, how are our teams sharing knowledge and information so that they can develop? That's what we're going to be discussing. I'm going to do one more. Yeah. Oh, Jiminy Crickets.